Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar, Jumpstart Africa and crowdfunding right now in Africa. So we've been getting a lot of questions about what you're trying to do, and I'll try to answer as many as I can. So what is Jumpstart Africa to begin with? Well, Jumpstart Africa is the first crowdfunding platform dedicated just to Africans and African-related projects. Uh, we we do have few guidelines that need to be followed in order to use our platform to raise funding for your project, and they're very simple. uh, First of all, it has to be either a creative project or innovative. When I say creative, uh, that would cover almost anything related to art, meaning music, painting, anything that's art related, creative. And then you have the innovative part, which could be uh, games, it could be a gadget, it could be many things, technology related, uh, anything that has some sort of innovation in it. Uh, so these are the main pillars, the two pillars, so innovative and creative. It has to be. We do not do charity. We do not fund, just like fund my life projects. We don't do that. We only do projects that will eventually make a difference, create jobs, and have a positive outcome at the end. So on Jumpstart Africa, you can only crowdfund projects. So the reason why that is projects, they have a clear beginning, a clear end, and a clear outcome. So you have to define those limits where they are. Like this is where we're starting, this is what we're trying to do, and this is how much we have done already on our own. Here's how much money we need, for example, and if we get this funding, here is the outcome that will result with some patronage from people all over the world. Uh, Creating a campaign on Jumpstart Africa is extremely easy. It's a 4 or 5 step process where you basically fill just you have a video. We would recommend not having over a minute and a half of video. People's attention span just seems to doesn't they'll just go to different thing. So keep it short, keep it straightforward. You don't need to hire a crew of, it doesn't have to be like a Hollywood made video. You can literally just do it with your own phone or something. But as long as you communicate properly and transparently what you're trying to do to your audience and people who will eventually back your project. So you have to put the video. Of course, you're going to have to set a certain title for your project, and then you're going to have to provide all kinds of information about your project, pictures, maybe if you have a prototype, you have to show that also, and just explain to people what you're trying to do. I mean, if you want me to give you money and back your project, you're going to have to convince me. So that's pretty much what a campaign is all about. It's about convincing people and showing them what you're up to, how much you have done already, and how much better it's going to get if they actually support your project. And then you have the perks. The perks part is really, really important. It's crucial. The perks is, let's say you are a musician, okay, or a singer. So you want to make an album, but you've only recorded 2 songs, but you don't have enough money to actually finish the album, which is about 12 or 10 songs. So what you do is we're going to assume you've already recorded 1 or 2 songs in a studio, which costs a lot of money, and you don't have any more of that. So that's why you're actually coming to Jumpstart Africa to get more of that. So you show people those samples of those 2 songs that you have, and you explain to them where your inspiration came from. You break it down. You give all the details you're willing to share with people, so they feel connected with your campaign. And once you do that, then you have the perks area. And the perks area, for example, what you could do is, for example, you say, for $1 or $5, if you back me with $5, I'll say thank you on Twitter. If you give about $20, then when the album will be ready, you can download the digital version of that album I'm working on. And like, if you back with $60, then you would actually ship the physical album to your backer anywhere in the world, by post. And if they give you like $120, they back you with 120, then you can say, I will send you the physical album with like my personal signature, just for you, like dedicated to you. And then, the sky is the limit. You can be as creative as you want with this, like you can pretty much do any type of combination. You can even have like, for $500 or $600, you can say that the artist who's crowdfunding himself would actually sit down and have a coffee with the person who backed him with that much money, which is an interesting lump of money. So the cooler the perk, the more money people will give. So you have to keep it interesting. Perks play a humongous role in crowdfunding. They're really important. That's what sets apart the campaigns that raise $60,000 from the campaigns who raise millions of dollars, because the perks are so awesome. People just, even after they reach their goal, people just keep backing because they want the perk, because they love that perk and they want to get it. So make it unique, make it interesting, be creative. And so that's pretty much it. How does it work with funding? So first of all, Jumpstart Africa is a US-based company. So everything is done in the US. Our headquarters is in the US. We do a lot of development here in Morocco. That's where I am right now. And so transparency is really extremely important to us. So the way we set up things is Jumpstart Africa actually never touches the money. So we never actually touch all the money that goes through our platform. But we have partners like PayPal and other multinational recognized payment gateways that we deal with. And these guys actually hold the money and they keep it from their end. So we actually never touch the money besides the little commission we get once a project is successful. So if you have a successful campaign, you reach 100% or go over it, which you can. We will not limit you to 100%. If your campaign is 40 days and you reach 100% on the second day, then you can still go 38 days without any problem. So the campaign is based on the length that you have. The length that you have decided, and not the funding limit. So you can definitely go over 100% of what you were looking for. So once the campaign is done, that 40 days, for example, is finished, and and you have successfully funded your project, then what happens is you will get your money within 2 weeks or less after the funding. So what happens in that period is our payment gateway will take 10%, which is our platform fee, and that 10% usually goes into marketing, helping, like making a better experience on the platform for our users, backers, and campaigners. So usually most of it just goes back into the platform itself to just, we're having a lot of fun making things better every day. And the rest of the money will reach you in any country in Africa within less than 2 weeks. So we're able to actually accept payment from anywhere in the world, whether it's Asia, South America, North America, Europe, Australia, even Africa. We can accept even payments from Africa. And once your campaign is done, we can send that payment to any of the 56 countries in Africa within less than 2 weeks. So you would have your money. You can have it in many forms. You can have it as a wire transfer. You can have it as an actual virtual debit card in the US. There's many options. We have worked out many really cool options that you will get the chance to choose from at the end of your campaign. So let's see. All right. So at this point, we accept about 10 categories. We will be adjusting. We are a lean startup, after all. So we will be adjusting based on needs and the market and what our users require and need and request. So we will be doing a lot of that. And but for now, we're starting with about 11 categories. Yes, 11 categories, and those include technology, publishing, movies, documentaries, games, art, music. Yeah, like whatever I think you can think of. I think we've covered the most important things. We also have crafts, which we've just recently added. So if you make some really cool crafts in Africa and you would like people out there to get a chance to just get it out there, to check it out, that would be a really cool place you can crowdfund it, on our platform. So what is the advantage of crowdfunding? Why crowdfund? Well, crowdfunding has many advantages, and few of them are, first of all, if you're making a product, you get a priceless opportunity where you can actually pre-sell before you even invested any money on it. So as soon as you have a prototype, you can literally just using that prototype start a crowdfunding campaign and start having people actually pre-selling your product through perks. So you can use perks to pre-sell your product that you only have a prototype for. And then once you've collected the funding you need and all the money you need, then you can go and just mass produce it and then start shipping it. So the only investment from your end would be to build a prototype, just a proof of concept for the idea, basically. Yeah. So that's one of the advantages for people who want to make products. One of the other advantages is marketing. You will get extremely high exposure through the platform, because at Jumpstart Africa, we invest a lot in marketing and PR in the US and Europe. So by having your campaign on the platform, you're no longer limited to your country or to your continent, but it is out there for the whole world to see. So you get amazing exposure through the platform. Many people visiting every day, hundreds and thousands of people visiting every day, and they see your project, and they they, they can post comments and say, that's really cool what you're doing. If they, even with with help, many people have like experience in that exact field you're doing, and they can provide a lot of insights for you. So that's one of the other points. The second one, the third one, sorry, is on Jumpstart Africa. When you crowdfund a project, you do not have to return the money back. So people, it's not a loan, which is really cool. So it's not a loan. Nobody takes any percentage or equity of your idea. So it's still 100% your idea. And you can raise money and you don't have to return it back. You do have to provide the perks, you know, but you still, but it's still your idea, and that funding is yours to keep. So you get a lot of freedom in using it. And I mean, the whole idea behind this is we want to democratize funding in Africa. So, and when I say democratize, literally democratize funding. When you go to a bank, they decide if your project is cool or not. If that project, they would want to fund that project or not. And that's, I think that's not fair. I believe that is not fair. So that's what's really cool about crowdfunding is you take your project, you put it up there, and you let the world decide if your idea is awesome or not. So you don't have a bunch of bankers in suits deciding if what you're doing is awesome. Like look at Pebble, which is a watch that has been crowdfunded on Kickstarter, for example, and nobody expected it would have that much success, but they have raised $10 million in like 30 days or so. So it can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun, and it's not easy. So like you're not gonna just put your project on the platform and boom, that's it. You know, you're just gonna make money like that easy. It doesn't work like that. You do have to spread the word as much as you can. Talk to your family, talk to your friends. You know, like use social media as much as you can to share what's going on, so you get more people come and visit your project. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if we have any questions. All right. Let's see. All right. Well, I can see there's a few people live, so you guys can go ahead and start asking if you have any specific questions you'd like me to answer. So I'll be happy to do that. All right. So Jumpstart Africa will launch officially in 2 months. So we'll go live in 2 months. And right now we're accepting projects. So if you have any nice projects that fit our guidelines, please don't hesitate to go ahead. Go to jumpstartafrica.com and you can just submit your project to us and we'll review it and get back to you within like less than 48 hours. And so you can start building your campaign. And when we launch in 2 months, then you can start receiving your funding. It will probably take about a month to get your campaign right, to have it, you know, your video and all the other information. All right, let's see. All right. So one of the main goals of Jumpstart Africa is, as I said, is to democratize funding. So You don't get funded because you have friends in some place or whatever, you know, how usually it happens in Africa. But we democratize funding by giving you the opportunity to take your really cool project and put it out there for the whole world to see and for the whole world to be able to pitch in a little bit and help. So that's one. The second goal of Africa is we will bypass corruption through the crowdfunding model. Jumpstart Africa will bypass corruption because what we do is we will bridge. We're going to be basically a bridge between Africa's brightest minds, and on the other hand, we will have people all over the world who actually care about Africa and would like to make a contribution that actually positively affect the community. So I believe we don't need aid. We don't need all this like funding, you know, that comes from foreign aid. It's a mess. This thing has just, I think it has made things much worse because control over that money is not specific, so it's a mess. With Jumpstart Africa, you can come to the platform and look for projects you actually connect with, you love, you like what these people are doing, and then you can give a donation back to that project, receive a perk back, a gift that's a perk, and have that amazing experience that you have backed something really awesome in Africa, and you can follow up on it. You can see the project, like what's going on, how it's developing. You get updates on how things are moving forward. Yeah, so all these things make it a lot more fun. All right, so I would like to apologize about our previous webinar. We had some technical difficulties with Hangout, so it doesn't always work, technology. So yeah, and please, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me personally directly, Ahmed at jumpstartafrica.com, or you can contact the Jumpstart Africa team at contacts at Jumpstart Africa, and let's Jumpstart Africa together. I think we will do amazing things, uh, and we will need all the help we can get. And thank you very much for viewing. Have a good day.